For licensing, this is another one that drove me absolutely nuts, but this is an example of bad facts make bad law. So it's a condo, some guy buys a condo, 2 stories, hires an interior decorator. For residential interior decorator, you do not need to be licensed or in this exemption. This interior decorator hired contractors to do renovation work, make it all fancy, whatever they're gonna do. Do the work, owner says, I don't like the quality of work, these guys did a bad job, I'm not paying. Interior decorator files a lien for the construction work. Now, the Construction Industry Licensing Board has had a declaratory statement come before it where someone said, I'm not licensed as a general contractor, building contractor, residential contractor, but I wanna be a construction manager because I'm smarter than everyone else. I'm sure you met those people. The licensing board said, no, if you are going to be a construction manager in the state of Florida, you need to be a Division I contractor. In this case, however, it went the other way. So the court found that the interior decorator was an agent for the owner, and therefore the subcontractors weren't contracted by the interior decorator, they were contracted directly by the homeowner, thereby circumventing that whole need to have a license. So under this case law, I can go out and start a website saying, come see Trey's residential interior decorating services. I don't need to be licensed for it. I can hire up owners, and then I can hire contractors and say, contractors, make sure you understand, I'm not hiring you, the owner's hiring you. I'm just managing everything and leaning for your work if we don't get paid. And that's what this court found was appropriate. But this was an example of bad facts make bad law, because the owner went kind of overboard in this. They sued for disgorgement. They were just really trying to rip this person off. And technically under the law they could, because when you do unlicensed contracting, you have 0 remedies in the state of Florida. You will never get paid for that, and you have to give all the money back if the owner wants it back. And that's what the owner did in this, and the court must have just felt bad for him. So this came out, I don't like it. I'm gonna tell Brian to fix this in the next legislative session, but I do not like this one at all, but that is out there. I believe this is in the 5th. So that's the other side of the state.
So that.
Third. It's not on Brian.
Didn't that sort of back unlicensed contracting?
In an effort it did, but there was a specific finding in the case that there was meetings between the interior decorator, the contractors, and the owner. And the interior, there was some testimony from the subcontractors that the interior decorator said, hey, I'm hands off. You know, I'm just facilitating, but you guys are really contracting with the owner. So there was some communications that when they dove into the facts that maybe justify it, but it still seems, it's still a little bit dodgy for me.
So the important fact is to us, I'm sorry, but for us guys who write these things, if you're working for an interior decorator, they don't have a license. So you need to find out who's going to be responsible for it, because if it's the owner, you've got a whole different set of rules than you do with a general contractor. So you need to pay attention to
That's
that.
for your lien rights, so that you send notice to owner and all that.
We do a lot of work for Van Folsom Smith, and they don't have a contractor's license, so you gotta be more careful.
Yeah, that would show up in permitting, right? Cause they wouldn't have pulled permit, who would have pulled permit on that job?
So on that one, I don't believe there was a general construction permit. It was plumbers, electricians, maybe an AC contract. It was interior work. So they were pulling their trade-specific permits.
Everybody pulled their own permit.
But I guess what my question was, and you may not know, but, whether or not this is the appeal, I think it's been sitting there for a while, so maybe it has.
I don't think so. I think this has gone back down for further proceedings in the